Oh, good morning, party people. Hey, I'm your host, Matt Morgan, and thanks for tuning in to Car Musings. What is it? Um, Today we're going to talk about, Ubering, taxi service, the lazy generation, wanting rides everywhere and being pampered. Like, what the hell, Gen Z, and everything close to it? Like, even millennials weren't that bad, but wow, don't be so fucking lazy. Like, seriously. My daughter gets chauffeured everywhere. For some reason, she's weird the way that she doesn't want to actually get her driver's license, right? I couldn't wait to get my driver's license because it meant freedom and flexibility. It meant the ability to go places at my own accord, not waiting for buses, not waiting for rides. Like, there was so much more to it for why it seemed appealing to get my license to be able to drive a vehicle. You know, travel, excitement, blah, blah, blah. Now, my daughter. She is the definition of a passenger princess. And she's proud of that shit for whatever reason. She's proud to be a passenger princess, catered to, and everything else. Oh my god, today, can you please pick me up? I don't want to be on the bus for an hour. I'm like, that's life. Suck it up, Buttercup. That's life. Getting to and from is a good portion of the work to do what you need to do, right? If you have to go to work, if you have to go to school, the pain in the ass part about it is having to transport yourself to and from. Otherwise, it's not really a chore now, is it? You know, taxi service picks you up, taxi service drops you off. Taxi service is called dad. Like, seriously? Like, this is so fucking stupid. This generation's so fucking lazy. And when I say lazy, I don't mean, yeah, they can achieve, for some reason, grades. They're good at that. It's almost like somebody said to them, oh, yeah, yeah, just get good grades, you'll be okay. Everything else, whatever. Whine, complain, do whatever you need to do. But, that's not all there is to it. You can't just be good at one thing and whiners and complaining and bitching and everything else and lazy in all these other regards because it suits you. Because, oh, well, you put all the effort into this, why should I put the effort into that? You know? Loser, afraid loser drivers. Um, it's like, oh, if I have to, and then I get attitude when it's like, no, I'm not picking you up. We just bought you a bus pass. Use it. Use the fucking bus pass that we bought for you just recently, yesterday. Why do you have a bus pass then? Like, come on now. I'm not picking you up. I got other things to do. You might not think I have other things to do, but I have other things to do. And does not include driving your ass everywhere. Just saying. Yeah, I don't fucking understand what this generation's all about. It's really weird that they are the way that they are. Like, they're just really bizarre that way. Pick up, drop off, and then they give you attitude when you don't do it. Like, are you fucking serious? It's becoming a very mixed up world. And it's kind of one of those things where you kind of wonder which direction we're going into as a civilization. I wonder. I freaking wonder all the time. Because I look outside and I'm like, are we getting better or are we getting worse? A good portion of me saying, we're getting worse. Like, where's the evolution here? I'm not seeing an evolution. I'm seeing a de-evolution. We're becoming brainless, but not brainless in a textbook sense, because here you have a generation that has access to the world's knowledge at their fingertips, but I just think they're like memorizing it. It's like they're not truly learning the knowledge. We have probably one of the smartest generations in a textbook sense of way, but everything else is really not that there, right? Textbook, yes. Everything else, not so much. I don't know. It's freaking bizarre. It's freaking bizarre. Anyways, so here it is. We're another weekend. We're into May, and it's like, hello, nurse. Um, it's like, hello, what's going on? I'm still sitting on the fence, trying to figure out what I'm going to do work wise. It's kind of something that's on the back of my mind of what do I do, you know? Got to do something. Where's everybody else getting their money from? I see some people can't drive worth shit. Um, really don't have the best hygiene or dress code, but yet they're driving hugely expensive vehicles, which really makes me wonder, is there like some secret I don't realize is going on? A couple of us were left out on that memo, because some people are just freaking raking it in somehow. What are you doing to rake in this money? I just want to pay bills. I don't want to buy luxury cars and, be an ass. I basically just want to pay some bills and, keep food on the table and roof over my head. But some people are just rolling it into cash. Where are you getting this disposable cash from? I think it just makes me freaking wonder, you know? Is there a generational thing? I don't know. I don't know if Gen Z's figured it out or Gen Millennials or whatever, but I don't know. They say hard work and perseverance. Hard work and perseverance only gets you so far. You know, it really only gets you so far. There's a lot of other factors, dynamic factors that come into play when it comes to this, more than just, hard work. Which, don't get me wrong, hard work and determination is great and stuff like that, but it's only going to get you so far. I'm not getting any freaking younger. I need to have something a little bit more on easy street, you know. Kind of stupid where I had jobs where I busted my ass and the motherfucker who was supposed to be leading the pack, the shepherd is supposed to be leading the sheep, was the one that was friggin' lazier than all of us. But yet he got the big paycheck, I got shown the door. Like, dude, if somebody should be so nice to you when you're my friggin' age, you don't get fucked over. Cheers to you and your friggin' bank account. No wonder your fucking wife left you. I'd leave you too, cocksucker. I just, it makes you wonder if the universal law is, yeah, be an asshole. Be an asshole, and, it'll benefit you more than it will benefit anybody else. Let it be known, an asshole you were, and you shall be rewarded. I'm going to have to say that, yes, my windshield is quite messy. Yeah, as I said, I think it's the most bizarre thing. This generation likes to be picked up and dropped off and chauffeured everywhere. My day, if you weren't biking, and you couldn't take the bus, you were walking. And I'd done that. I remember when buses used to stop at like 10, 11 o'clock at night. And if you weren't on that last bus, you were fucking screwed. You were walking your ass. And it's funny, I remember a situation where that happened, where I missed the bus and I was a walking, and I got my ass whipped when I got home because I was sewing up so late. And I think what the funny part was is, you know, back then you got your ass whipped for being late. It's not like you had a cell phone. No, no, no. Because back then you had to actually go to a payphone, or you had to borrow somebody's house phone or whatever to call home to say where you were. Yep. Ah, the good old days. Now it's like you can track where everybody is. You know where everybody is. There's no excuses to not reach out and touch somebody. You know. But oh, lazy fucking generation. And you know, I this is the funny part. I mean, I don't know about the boys, but the boys are pretty much sissies these days, as it is, freaking mushroom heads. The thing is that the boys are freaking more girly than the freaking girls. Like, it's pathetic. Like, it's not being in touch with your sensitive side, your feminine side. It's kind of like you're just a fucking sissy. You know, I would have kicked my own ass if I were you. Yeah, so it really makes you sit back and go, things that make you go, So here I am. I got the guilt trip because I said no to the pickup. But then I was like, okay, well, you know, I don't want to be completely burnt out of shape. So I said maybe. We'll see how I feel about that time of morning when it's going to be freaking crazy rush hour downtown. Most likely it would be no, sorry, I can't. Once everything's said and done, I think that would be kind of the deal. I'll be like, no, no, sorry, I can't do it. Thought I could, but the votes are in and we decided no, it's not going to happen. Because, frankly, I know it's the weekend, but I have a whole list of stuff to get done. I have to figure out some way to make an income. I have to figure out some way to make money to coming in. Even if it's a few $100s a week, I need to figure this out somehow. Magic formula that everybody else, their freaking BMWs and Audis and all that crap, seems to have figured out. But my problem is that I have a moral code, and I have ethics, and I have integrity. So the problem is I got to be able to do something which retains my values, right? For whatever that's worth, the universal scope of things, it retains my values, but still makes me an income. Because let's be honest, it's checks and balances, right? So where there's a gain somewhere, there's a loss somewhere, right? That's kind of how it all works. So in order for you to gain, somebody else has to lose. But is it really a loss if they feel value for what they're gaining? That's the thing. Is it a gain? Is it a loss? You know, and that's the thing. So if you provide them a quality product or a quality service, and that's value, and then they're gaining something, and they're happy with their purchase, they're happy with spending their money. Great. And then, of course, that's a gain for you. So that's kind of where that's at. It's kind of like, you know, what's the deal here? Me chauffeuring everywhere? Not really a gain for me. Not really a gain for me. I'm assisting because, you know, that's what I'm supposed to do as a parent, but, you know, not really a gain for me. It's more of a going out of my way with almost little appreciation. And then the demand of more. And it'd be at least a good decade before I get a return on that investment. what the recognition is. Oh yeah, thank you very much for doing that. For what that's worth, you know, for what that's worth. Yeah, so I think the rest of my day is playing around with AI, learning a little more about it, my funny way that I do it, and beyond that, just doing something, figuring out some sort of money making opportunity. I know they got to be out there, and other people are doing it. Maybe I should start off with something, you know, would start with something and try it. I mean, that's what they say. You never know unless you start, right? So I think I just have to start something, put out a bunch of something and see what happens. I think that's what I got to do because realistically, I'm great with the ideas. It's just the execution. That's the thing. That's the thing. What have we discovered today? let's wrap up. Let's wrap up today's episode. Uh, Gen Z is freaking lazy. Um, but some people would argue that, oh yeah, well they're the ones that go to the office and everything else, blah 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 blah. Maybe it's a teenager thing. I don't freaking know. It's like, don't give me attitude. I like driving, but you know, when you drive so much, it kind of like kills the enjoyment. Okay. My viewpoint is this: never expect in your life for somebody else to do for you something that you can do for yourself. Because accomplishing something yourself is a sense of accomplishment, in my opinion. Because if you get somebody else to do something for you all the time, you're not learning the ability to do so, and you can become reliant on somebody else doing this stuff for you. And that's not good, right? Like, I want to be able to do stuff so I have the ability to do stuff. When I don't know how to do something, but yet I'm expected to know something, or I should be able to common sensely be able to do something, and I can't, that's frustrating, right? That's frustrating. I had that in previous jobs where the expectation was this, 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 and this, and I'm like, fuck off. I, I was never taught. I never did it. Never given the guidance to, and you know, it's now I'm frustrated because I'm expected to, but no one's put me in that direction. If you can get your ass to point, see, I don't understand that for generate like. Let me put it this way: my daughter has like a million different headsets, and they're not cheap headsets. They're expensive fucking iPod things or whatever, earpods or whatever. They're friggin' minimum on the low side, $200 upwards. Okay, I don't have any headphones that are that expensive, ever, ever, ever. In all my headphones, I don't have anything that breaks the $200 mark. Yet she's on her third, I think, her third version of these frickin' things. Why? Like, because that's you get that stuff to get on the bus to watch your stuff and just chill while somebody else is paid to do the driving. Getting chauffeured so you can go from point A to the couch at home quicker. What difference does it make? You're going to be doing exactly the same thing that when you get home, sitting on your ass on the couch, that you could do on the bus. Except in between, I'm inconvenienced. So, bottom line is really think about your requests before you put somebody else out to make your situation more comfy. Just think about that. And then get off your lazy ass and do it yourself if you have the ability to. Just saying. All right, folks. Hey, you know what? Send me a DM, email me, message me, everything else. Let me know if you have anything that you think that I could do remotely for job income, money income, legally. but any sort of income ideas, because I need something to stay afloat. I need something to stay afloat. I could really use the help. If you are with the means and want to be, you know, some sort of angel, so to speak, by all means, I could definitely use about 200,000, and that's like band-aid that might keep us going for the next couple of years. While I try to get some sort of other income, um, stable income. But yeah, I could use 200,000 in infusion, and not a loan because I'm not racking up a debt to somebody. But yeah, I could use a $200,000 loan. No, sorry, no loan. $200,000 donation. And people are like, "Oh, you should ask for 200 million." No, 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 200,000. Only because I know the immediate expenses between daughter's university, additional schooling that she's taking, uh, additional expenses that came up with regards to her, which we don't want to deny her the ability to be able to engage in these things for her mental well-being. Um, but in all honesty, we can't afford this shit, and my wife's just doing it because she shouldn't be denied. We've dug out of that hole of debt, and inevitably, you wanting to be that good parent of not saying no, inevitably, we're gonna dig that hole again. I'm not looking forward to it, but I really can't say boo because my my venture didn't pan out. So, anyways, like, share, follow, donate. You know, tell people about us. Spread the word. I don't know. For what it's worth, I hope you enjoy our sessions here at Car Musings. Maybe they're insightful. Maybe they're thought provoking. Maybe they're just something to laugh at. Whatever helps. And thank you for listening, regardless. I'm your host, Mad Morgan, and take care. You know, keep your integrity in check, and I will see you next episode. Bye for now.